Let's open up the door, if you would, please, my wonderful, wonderful co-hosts. Thank you, thank you. And as we're letting everybody into the Zoom room, if you are out on YouTube or Rumble or Facebook, and you would like to join us live Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:50 p.m. Pacific time, then you are more than welcome to join us here on Daily with Doc Zoom.com. That's Daily with Doc Zoom.com. So thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time and investing in yourself to gain knowledge, because that is what this program is all about. My name is Becca Dukes. As a certified holistic health coach, the director of student services for the Institute of Holistic Health, the hostess of this program, a product specialist and trainer for the Critical Health News Daily with Doc team. I am just honored to be able to bring my story, and the stories, it's my story. My story of the journey that I went from being pretty much bedridden because of pain, discomfort, injuries, emotional, physical, and then being able to love life without any restrictions. I absolutely love it. And it's only because of the doctor that we have that I host each and every day that I owe what I have now to. So I would love to share this next 50 minutes with you. Open your ears, because what you are going to hear can be life-changing for you as well, or someone you know and love. This program is being brought to you by dailywithdoc.com. We are a website that offers the replays for our program to be used as a resource for an amazing community of associates and coaches who have this passion within them to be able to help others, to allow others to see that there is a difference when you give your body what it needs, not just to survive, but actually thrive. And one thing is, if somebody shared this program with you, make sure that you get back with them. Tell them thank you, because where we're a resource for our own community, we're a resource for an even greater community that reaches around the world. And you are being blessed by that person. So just tell them thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time and sharing that information with me. And then tell them what you liked best about it. And if you hear anything on this program that you would like to try, make sure you tell them, hey, I want to try that too. Now, if there is nobody to thank, we do have the Daily with Doc team. We also have the website. We have a store there. Our team can be reached, and this is for people who have never tried any of the products that are mentioned on this program, who have never spoken to a coach or a associate within the longevity family of associates. You are more than welcome to get your own certified holistic health coach or health coach at 855-949-3377. I do have a team that is there. If for some reason they aren't able to answer the phone, please leave a message. Leave a message and we will get back with you. So with that being said, this program is for informational purposes only on the importance of supplementation for the body. The FDA requires us to let you know that our products are not meant to treat, diagnose, cure any diseases. But folks, when you give your body what it needs, the body can do some amazing stuff just because of the divine design that we have been created with. And the doctor that we have on this program with us today has had decades of both his own personal experience plus that of being a pathologist with 3 postdoctorates in pathology, working on some big projects around the world, both in the animal kingdom and in the humankind kingdom. And taking that data, putting it together, and figuring out, hey, when there's something missing, people got problems. And I love the fact that he has put this information into books, allowing us to be able to attain that information to use for ourselves and not stopping there. He founded, he's not in the whole hierarchy of getting a paycheck from him anymore. He's removed himself from that, but he found a company called Longevity. And this company has formulas that are based on his research and making sure that the 90 essential nutrients, and then when the deficiencies occur, you need extra. So they put together formulas and packages that allow us to easily obtain what the body actually needs, where the medical system makes it difficult. With Dr. Wallach and his team and Longevity, they make it simple. So without further ado, I am proud and honored to be able to present to you Dr. Joel Wallach with a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Doctorate of Veterinary Medicine, 3 postdoctorates in pathology, and a naturopathic physician who has even taught nutrition at the college levels, folks. We are getting a college education right now, and it's not costing us a dime. Dr. Wallach, welcome to Daily with Doc.
Well, thank you so much for the kind words, Rebecca, and the whole team. I'm just glad to have the whole team here. And of course, we're working with a group. I can't tell you yet because we're right at that point where this is going to explode into something great. And I don't want to say anything prematurely, but it caused me to go back and look at some things. Okay, so I had answers for questions they were asking. And one of the questions are, what about these Hunza people? Everybody kind of agrees that it's claimed, okay, everybody agrees that it's claimed their life expectancy is 120. And so where'd that come from? Well, the Hunza people are found in a valley in Pakistan, okay, and it was a basis for a best-selling book by James Hilton called Shangri-La. Okay, you may have heard of that. It's a mythical place called Shangri-La, okay, and this is a place where the Hunzas come from. And so I wanted to find out, were they associated with any of these lands flowing with milk and honey that were in the Bible? And of course, the answer is yes. They're fed, their valley is fed by 2 rivers, okay? The Gilgit and the Indus rivers that both originate from a high alpine glacier, okay? Okay, so these rivers originate from a high alpine glacier, and that's the story, okay, of the lands flowing with milk and honey. The river water is not just water. It contains at least, okay, high levels of minerals. They're legendary. Some of them live to be 130, 140, 150. And this is unimpeachable, okay? This is well documented. And everybody says, well, it's a genetic thing. No, it's not a genetic thing. It's the nutrition. And when you look at the Old Testament, the Old Bible, there's 21 stories ranging from 2 paragraphs to 2 pages in the Old Testament talking about the land flowing with milk and honey. There's 100 mentions in the Old Testament where they're talking about other things, and it happens to be part of a sentence that they mention that this person came from the land flowing with milk and honey. And of course, Adam lived to be 930, Noah lived to be 950, Methuselah lived to be 969. There were many, many people who were running around talking about the story of God, and they lived to be 800, 700, 600, 500, 400, and they all came from the lands flowing with milk and honey, okay? So I did a lot of research on that, and of course I wanted to find out, was that goat's milk or cow's milk or camel milk or llama milk? It turns out it's glacial milk. It's the glaciers grinding up the rocks in the mountains. You get my book, Rare Earths, Myths, and Cures, you go to chapter 10, which is entitled Glacial Milk. there's analyses, I don't know, about maybe 3 or 4, 5 different glacial milks around the world. And they're vastly different because the mountains are made from different rocks. And the ones that we settle on, it took us 6 months to determine where we were going to get our minerals for longevity. We didn't want to be just like everybody else and have 5 or 6 minerals in it. Okay, so that, yeah, let's see here, Glacial Milk, Chapter 10, and Rare Earths and Cures. There you go. Thank you. And so this is one of those things where you want to know there's science behind this. This is not mythical. And if you take these nutrients, we have 2 ways to do it. Of course, actually 3 ways to do it. You take the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack or the Healthy Start Pack like I do, okay? And we have the plant minerals, okay? There's 75 minerals in here. Plant-derived colloidal minerals, liquid, okay? There's 32 servings in there. And then we have a box of 30 sticks, okay? These are called mineral sticks. And it's the plant minerals, okay, I just showed you. They've been dried. And this is a powder with 75 minerals in it, okay? So you can take these. They're easy to take 2 or 3 of them with you during the day, okay? Same thing with our Rebound. A Rebound has 75 minerals in it. Red Bull, the most sold of all the energy drinks, has only 1 mineral, magnesium. Our Rebound, it comes in 3 ways. It comes in the canister, okay? There's 36 servings in a canister. Comes in a box of 30 sticks. It has both the canister powder and the sticks have 75 minerals and 25 vitamins, amino acids. And then we have cans, which have the same formula, but the cans do have carbonation. So the cans you got to pop the night before you go to bed. I put 2 of them in the refrigerator, have one at breakfast because it's flat in the morning. It's been off gassing all night. No more carbonation, which interferes with absorption of minerals and digestion of food. So it's one of those things where this is very simple stuff and you will benefit enormously. You can add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life by avoiding the bad foods and taking all the 90 essential nutrients, avoiding the bad foods and taking the 90 essential nutrients. Both of those are important. Now, it's one of those things where I 99% of the time I walk 2.5 to 3 miles a day. I walk 2 of those miles before I get on the air with you guys. So I'm all stimulated and fired up and my blood is pumping hard. And then the 3rd mile I'll do in the afternoon with a snack and so forth. So I'll be ready for my evening projects and so on. And so you have to take care of yourself. And just going to a doctor once a year or, or going to a clinic twice a year for a blood test and that kind of stuff. We need to give you this medicine. We need to give you this medicine. And most, not all, but most prescription medications are designed to relieve symptoms. They don't get to the basic root cause of the problem. Okay. And, just for instance, we get bone arthritis, bone-to-bone arthritis in your knees. What's a very famous treatment that doctors like to use? Oh, we're going to take your knees out surgically and put artificial knees in there. That's a very rude treatment for a simple nutritional deficiency. You can take the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, throw in the MSM, throw in the, let's see here, you throw in the collagen peptides and use the CM cream topically on your knees. And in a couple of weeks, the pain goes away. In a couple more weeks, you've regrown your knees, you don't need the surgery. And this is why Pat Boone, very famous singer and actor, wrote the foreword for the book, The Wallach Revolution, because he had bone-to-bone arthritis in both his knees. The doctors wanted to do a double knee replacement. One of his associates knew of me, and so they introduced us. And we rebuilt him, and he wanted to do something for us. I said, we don't want any money, but if you would do something in writing, a chapter of the book or something, a paper for us. And he wrote the foreword to this book, The Wallach Revolution. And he tells—
I've got it up, Doc.
Oh, okay. He tells his story. Okay, of taking the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack and the Rebound, and he rebuilt his knees, never had to have a surgery. It's a wonderful story. And it's by Pat Boone. It's not me telling about Pat Boone. It's Pat Boone telling his own story. So we're just so very, very proud of this. And of course, in that book, The Wallach Revolution, it's a 75-year track record of many of the wonderful things we've done, including with Danny Glover. And he was born with let's see here, epilepsy and seizures. by the time he was 40, he couldn't be on the stage because he was just a mess on the stage. So we rebuilt him, and he then, after a couple of months with us, he could get on the stage and do his thing. And so he wrote the last chapter in the book, telling his own story. He's telling his story. We're not telling his story. And so we have so many of these things. And again, the book, It's All in Your Head. Okay, the book, It's All in Your Head, goes into 37 different diseases you can get when you get osteoporosis of the skull. Medical doctors don't get taught that there's such a thing as osteoporosis in the skull. And you bring it up to them, next time you see your doctor or a nurse or something like that, ask them if they're taught about osteoporosis of the skull in their classes. And they'll laugh at you. There's never been anything published about osteoporosis of the skull. Who told you that nonsense? Okay, well, I'm a pathologist. I would see it in the autopsy table. And a healthy skull, you go to page 6 if you would, Becca. Healthy skull is only a quarter of an inch thick. The skull with osteoporosis is 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick. That's the bottom one with osteoporosis. You can see where it would be squeezing the 12 pairs of cranial nerves and spinal cord and giving you those 37 different diseases, 17 of which, okay, occur from the skull down to your toes, okay? And they send you to all these specialists for hearing aids and surgeries and all kinds of stuff, when really you take care of the osteoporosis of your skull and all those problems go away. So with that said, I want to remind everybody that we do have, I think it's like 23 books right now. We're working on something that's kind of a book. It's the flip chart. Okay, we're 99.999% done with the flip chart itself. Now we have to find out from printers how much it's going to cost for one, and 50 and 100 and 1,000 of them, so we know what to do and how much to charge you for one. But it's going to allow you to do your own meetings. And the basis of this information in this flip chart is one of my most successful lectures. And it has pictures of me with many, many famous people, politicians, rabbis, pastors, athletes, successful business people, and so forth, singers and so on. All these famous people that I help rebuild with our programs, nutritional programs, and they tell their story, and it's in this flip chart, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful tool that everybody needs to sit there, go through it a couple of times, and then start sharing that information. Show them the pictures and show them that's what a flip chart is for. You can share pictures. Well, bless you. Okay, so I'm excited about this tool. And of course, we're working on a project with a disease, which we believe we have found the ability to prevent and reverse a disease that's thought to be not preventable and reversible. And so I'm not going to mention anything more about that until we get its final. It's like 99% done. We need to get the final thing done so we can get it approved by the company, because it's going to be a mind blower. Okay. So with all that said, over to you, Rebecca.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. And yes, dis-ease, folks, the inability to live without ease and have things that are kind of obstacles, whether that obstacle is pain, inability to think, inability to function, inability to sleep through the night without having to get up several times to go to the bathroom. Those are all things that are dis-ease, Dr.
Including
Wallach.
misinformation.
And misinformation. Well, is that a dis-ease, misinformation?
Yes. Well, dis-ease is a name given to a symptom. Okay, you're uncomfortable because you have something bad going on. Okay.
So yeah, you can be uncomfortable with misinformation, that's for sure. Especially when the misinformation is making you sicker and sicker, which was in my case, because I was told to just eat right, you'll get everything you need from food. And then I heard, you'll take this and this will make you better, and take this will make you better for that. And this, and I was getting sicker and sicker. So misinformation was adding to my disease. That's right. You're absolutely right, Dr. Wallach. And that's one reason why I'm so thankful that somebody shared me or shared you with me. Because if it wasn't for that person sharing you with me, I don't know where I would be.
Well,
and I
welcome to the
know that I
family.
would not be
Welcome
doing
to
as
the
well.
family. Welcome to the family, and thank you so much, because you just could have healed yourself and gone on and quietly gone someplace else, but you took responsibility to help other people and share the message. And so you're definitely one of God's angels, and we love you and appreciate you for
Yeah, now you just can't shut me up.
it.
But that's all right. That's all right, folks. Whenever you have a message that needs to be heard, shout it, speak it, sing it, whatever it takes. Make sure that you are sharing information with others. Of course, we don't want to like vomit all over them and puke all over them with the information. But folks, when you have people that are hurting, and you know, without a shadow of a doubt, you have complete confidence that you have information that can help them. Just the simple question of, or statement with a question, you know, I know a doctor who has worked with many people that have some of the same symptoms you do. Would you like more information? And leave it at that. Let them say yes or no, because there are some people in this world that like the attention that they get from being sick. I wasn't one of them. I still don't like, and this is going to sound kind of silly. People are going to like, yeah, right, Becca. I still don't like to be a center of anybody's attention. It's not about me. It's about promoting other people. It's about promoting wellness and the fact that there is something better out there, folks. And I'm so glad that I found it. So that is why I do what I do. It's not for the attention for myself at all. In fact, I back away from it, and I love to promote other people. So that's why I like promoting you, Dr. Wallach, because you've done some great things in this 80 plus years that you've been here on Earth to help humanity and even help our pets. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you for all the kind words, because when you say something positive to somebody who's hurting, they're going to look into it more frequently if you don't say something positive. So I'll take that as a double plus. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Well, Dr. Wallach, we have some people with hands up. And folks, if you are here live with us on dailywithdoczoom.com, and you would like to ask Dr. Wallach a question, please go to that Zoom menu and find reactions and raise hand, as I'm going to be calling on people in the order that their hands are raised. And then we also have people within my team that are watching Rumble and YouTube and Facebook. So sometimes we have people, well, many times we have lots of comments, but sometimes there's questions. So I have team members that are helping with field those questions as well. And again, if you are not working with somebody, and you would like to have a coach on this journey called life and health, then go to dailywithdoc.com, use that contact option, and send us an email or call our call team at 855-949-3377. Well, Dr. Wallach, let's first go to Mercy. I love her name. Mercy, welcome, and go ahead and unmute yourself. You're on live with Dr. Wallach.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful
Hello.
smile. How can we help you?
Thank you. I'm Mercy, and I'm 46-year-old. My height is 5'4", and my weight is 144 pounds. In the month of March, I had a SCAD, which is the spontaneous coronary artery dissection, but because of that, I had a anterior ST elevation MI, followed by a cardiac arrest. I was in the hospital for a week, and by God's grace, I've made a safe recovery. They did CT, angio of head, neck, abdo-pelvis, and all, just to rule out what the cause was. And they found out that I had the dilatation and the stenosis of bilateral carotid artery, which is almost like, very much significant with the fibromuscular dysplasia. So I just wanted to get your recommendations with this.
Okay, so this is a microdysplasia of the heart muscle. You had some stuff going on with the coronary arteries, correct?
Yeah, dissection of the coronary artery.
Coronary arteries, yeah, okay. Okay, well, this is a breakdown of the connective tissue because the coronary artery is not just a plastic tube. It has like 3 or 4 layers of muscle and connective tissue and so forth. And they're supposed to be all hooked together, but they start separating when you're missing stuff, okay? Do you dye your hair? Do you have any white, gray, or silver hair?
Come again?
Do you have white, gray, or silver hair?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah.
Mhm. Now, the reason I ask that is because the things that are missing that cause arterial dissection are the same thing that are required for hair color.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have white, gray, and silver hair, you got stuff going on in your heart arteries, okay? And that's kind of like the red warning light in the dashboard of your car, okay?
Mhm.
Now, where are you from? Where's your accent from?
I am originally from India, but I was in the UK for 15 years.
Okay, very good. All right, so let's see here. You weigh 144 pounds, is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, 144 pounds. I have to read my own writing here. 144 pounds. So once you get rid of all the bad foods, I have a book. It's called Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. It's 300 pages of safe recipes and cooking methods. It also has a good food, bad food list,
Mm-hmm.
okay, which everybody needs to pay serious attention to. Basically, the bad foods are fried foods, okay, nothing fried. There's no good fried foods. And then absolutely, because it causes injury to connective tissue, including the lining of the arteries and so forth, okay, and heart valves and so on, okay.
Yeah.
No fried foods, no processed meats, no ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, hot dogs, all that stuff's got to go. Anything with nitrates and other chemicals in it got to go. No oils, no cooking oils, no salad dressings. I like to use lemon juice. I'll use yogurt for my salad dressings. I don't use any commercial salad dressings because they who knows how long it's been sitting on a hot shelf in a garage and oxidizing and turning into something bad. And then no gluten, no wheat, no barley, rye, and oats. No wheat, no barley, rye, and oats. There are no such things as gluten-free oats. The gluten in oats is called gliadin. It's still gluten, and they kill your intestines, so you cannot absorb nutrition. Even if you're taking it, you cannot absorb it because your intestines are damaged. Okay, it's called, you lose your villi in your intestine. Then no buckwheat. There's no gluten in buckwheat, but buckwheat has Fago, F-A-G-O pyrines, which are 10 times worse than gluten. So no wheat, brown, around oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet drinks got to go, and no carbonated water. Okay, no carbonated water because they neutralize your stomach acid, so you cannot absorb minerals or digest food. That's even before you begin the supplement program. That's just getting prepared to absorb properly and reduce all the inflammation in your arteries and heart and so forth. Then at 144 pounds, you're right on that cusp. That can be, a fatal problem. So let's go with 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, 2 full doses a day. I only weigh 142, and I take 2 full doses a day. Okay, so okay, and so 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose everything at breakfast, full dose everything at dinner time, and it has 215 nutrients in it. It does have the 90 as the core, but it still has 215 nutrients. You need the big hammer to deal with this because you have a potentially life-threatening thing here, okay? Then I also want you to take our MSM, take 2 bottles a month of the MSM, so you take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, or dinner time. They're going to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, which is the walls of arteries and valves in your heart and all that kind of stuff as well, okay? And then you need the collagen peptides. Take a scoop of that in your morning drink, scoop of that in your evening drink. That's about the same thing. And then I also want you to have our Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, which you take 3 of those twice a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. I do that for prevention. I don't have a problem, but I do it for prevention. All right. And then let's see here. It wouldn't hurt to take another bottle. There's going to be a bottle of our selenium in each of the healthy brain and heart packs, but I get another bottle of selenium. So in the middle of the day, you can have 3 more of the selenium, because our selenium, in addition to the selenium, which is a great anti-inflammatory, okay, but it also has 5 cofactors in there. And one of those cofactors is specifically needed by the elastic fibers and connective tissue fibers in the walls of your arteries, okay? And so you'll be getting some in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, okay? You'll be getting some in the Beyond Osteo Okay, but I also want you to get another bottle of selenium, so you can take 3 of those in the middle of the day, and you're gonna get more of that cofactor. Now, which one is it? Which one is it? Well, I never tell anybody which one it is. You can read the book and they'll find out, because if I tell everybody what it is, they run to the store and they buy one mineral, and 3 months later they're dead. Because you need all this stuff for the machinery to work and to repair itself. Okay, you just can't take the secret sauce by itself. And I've learned from painful, terrible experience that I just can't tell people what the secret sauce is, because they don't do the right thing. They don't take everything. And at first I was thinking, well, maybe they just want to understand what's going on. But I think they just wanted to say, well, let's just do this. I'll just, you know, take one thing instead of 15 things, or take one thing instead of 25 things. And that's why they went that direction. Okay, so it was very nasty. So I stopped telling people what the secret sauce is. Okay, so do contact us every couple of weeks, because you're going to have a great story. And, you know, kind of pay attention, because your hair color will start coming back. Okay. When it starts coming back, you know, your arteries are rebuilding. Okay. Because that's the same thing. Your arteries are rebuilding because it's the same nutrient that's required to make the hair color it is to make the elastic fibers and walls of your arteries, and also your valves in your heart, and so forth. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
Mercy,
doctor.
46 years old, going through all of that. You are here for a purpose still, my dear.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely, you have a purpose. So
Absolutely.
God bless you. God bless you as you're on this journey, getting stronger and stronger to be a light for somebody else. That's fantastic.
And share your
Thank
story.
you so
You're
much.
great story. Isn't that great?
That's yeah, to go through all she went through.
And we've
And
seen
still,
it many times. I know you've seen it many times. I've seen it hundreds of times, maybe thousands of times over the years. And I think thousands, I would say thousands of times I've seen this. It's very easily repaired, but you got to do everything. You got to avoid the bad stuff. You got to do all the good stuff, and you can't cheat. You got to do it all correctly, because otherwise, if you leave something out, you'll pay a terrible price.
yeah, and one cheat leads to another, and then another, and then another, and then you completely forget about what you're supposed to be doing. So let's move right over to Rick. Rick, go ahead and unmute yourself. Welcome to Daily with Doc. Thank you for coming on. I know
Morning.
you have a great question as well.
Yeah, thank you. So for 22 years now, I've had sleep myoclonus, which is where you twitch when you go to sleep. It doesn't occur when I'm awake. It's only when I am at rest. Like even if I try to take a nap during the day, as soon as I go down and go into a sleep mode, I start to twitch, and it's a severe twitch that will wake me up. As a result, it doesn't allow me to sleep. Now, after myriad dietary experimentation, and taking all the different drugs that are supposed to address restless leg and myoclonus and all that, over the years, the only thing that seems to be effective is a combination of tramadol, 50 milligrams of tramadol, and hydrocodone. If I take one or the other,
let me ask you a couple of questions. Which one of those is a nutrient?
neither one of them.
Okay. Well, your problem is a nutritional deficiency problem. Okay. Do you have anything going on with your joints? Do you have any arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have any back problems, anything like that?
Not. I mean, I've had back issues. I was in the roofing industry for years, and that kind of ruined my back. But no.
You have any cracking noises in your knees or shoulders or neck or anything like that?
Yeah, my knees crack.
Okay. All right. And then let's see here. How much do you weigh?
135.
Okay. How tall are you, sir?
6 feet.
Okay. And let's see here. How old are you?
64.
Okay. Do you have any other issues? Any diabetes or high blood pressure?
Nope. My blood pressure tends to run low, actually.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Do you have any of these twitches and tremors and things when you're awake, or just when you lay down?
Just when I lie down.
Okay, very good. Well, have you ever heard of demyelinization?
No.
Okay, demyelinization is the loss of the white matter out of the brain and spinal cord. Okay, myelin, white matter in the brain, makes up 25% of your brain weight and your spinal cord weight. When it goes away, 25% of your brain is going away. Okay, and do you eat eggs? How many eggs do you eat a day?
Lately I've been trying to eat more, but sometimes I don't eat any.
Okay. So at any rate, I asked that for a very special reason. You'll find out in a moment. So at any rate, what I want you to do is get rid of all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no barley, rye, oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks, no buckwheat, no, in the carbonated drinks, that means no carbonated water, no diet drinks, okay? There's carbonation in them. And then I want you at 135 pounds. You're right at that cusp, but you have kind of a life-threatening situation here. So I want you to take 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, the full dose of everything twice a day. Then I want you to have 2 bottles a month of our MSM and take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. That's going to help rebuild cartilage and ligaments and tendons and connective tissue and disc between the vertebrae and bone matrix and bone itself and all that kind of stuff. I also want you to take a scoop of our collagen peptides at breakfast drink and at dinner drink. That's kind of like the old bone broth. It replaces the old bone broth, okay, as a source of certain nutrients for joints and cartilage and connective tissue and so on. And then I want you to take our Synaptive, get 2 bottles a month of our Synaptive. So you can take 2 or 3 of those. I only weigh 142 pounds, but I take 3 of the Synaptive twice a day. Okay, that helps your brain cells and your spinal cord cells talk to each other. I also want you to get our I-26 and take 3 servings a day. I want you to, and we have the chewables. We have a banana coconut flavor. We have a vanilla ice cream flavor. They're soft chewies. We also, little kids like them. I take 2 of those in the morning and 2 in the middle of the day and 2 in the evening. Okay, but they do come in capsules. They do come in powder. So if you prefer that mode, okay, and that will help you rebuild the myelin in your brain, your white matter in your brain and spinal cord. And so this, what you have, we're working on this. And so we see lots of patients with these things because they hear of us working on these things. And so they come to us. And so we have an enormous experience with people with these issues. And you will see results very quickly if you follow exactly the recipe I just gave you, avoiding X, Y, and Z, and doing all the supplement programs we talked about. The only thing I haven't said was you do need to eat 3 eggs twice a day with soft yolks. They can be soft scrambled in butter. They can be soft poached. They can be soft boiled, but not hard boiled, not absolutely not fried and not hard boiled. And in doing my research for these other diseases, plus the one you have, I found that there's one culture on Earth that doesn't have these issues. Everybody said, well, it's a genetic thing with them. No, they have a dish in their diet profile. They have a dish, which they call flan de leche, which is soft poached and soft scrambled eggs with milk and cheese, a minimum of 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 times a day. It's the Filipinos. You think the Filipinos, all the stuff that they do in their diet, the Filipino diet,
Right.
they don't have these diseases because they're getting the raw materials for your brain to make the white matter of the brain, the myelin, okay? And so this is all going to be coming out in great detail. I'm very excited about this. You know, I work at this 8 hours a day. Rebecca works at this 40 hours a day. And so I'm very, very proud that this is going to come out because the fact that we found an entire culture that eats a particular thing, okay, is flan de leche. And that's what prevents them from having the same rate of these problems, as these myelin problems, as all the other cultures on Earth, okay? Because they're doing everything that the medical system in America says don't do. You're not supposed to be eating eggs, 3 eggs twice a day.
Right.
Because of cholesterol, right?
Right.
Do you take a cholesterol lowering drug? Do you take any statin drugs?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. Don't. Okay. But you do need to have 3 eggs twice a day with soft yolks, soft boiled, soft poached, soft scrambled butter. Mine this morning were soft scrambled in butter, along with some roasted chicken and rice and yogurt with blueberries. And let's see here, what else? I had my drinks, all my drinks and my pills and so forth. And I'll do it all again this afternoon. Okay, I do it twice a day. And I weigh again 142. So give us a call every couple of weeks, because you're gonna have a great story. Okay, Rick?
All right, thank you much.
God bless you, sir. Yeah, you're gonna have a great story, because we do this thousands of times a year. We have an enormous experience. And Rebecca, you've seen a lot of positive stuff when you give people all the right things.
Yes, absolutely. The body can do amazing things when it has what it needs. So thanks for coming on, Rick. I had your email set for today as well, so perfect timing.
All right, thank you.
Dr. Wallach, let's go ahead and move right over to the next hand that is up, and we have Ruth-Ellen. Ruth-Ellen, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone, and hello, Dr. Wallach.
Hi, what's up?
Oh God, I changed screens. I apologize. Okay, so on YouTube, Notorious Steph1 says, "Thank you for all you do. Can you address celiac vomiting syndrome? 42-year-old male, 5'10", 185 pounds." And that is all the information that I have.
Okay, you say 185 pounds?
Yes, sir.
And this is a celiac disease?
Celiac vomiting syndrome.
Yeah, okay. Well, celiac disease is one of the gluten issues, okay? I guarantee you this guy is having waffles and pancakes for breakfast. It could be wheat pancakes and waffles. It could be buckwheat pancakes and waffles, or cereals, things like Cheerios. Cheerios are made from oats, and then there's Wheaties, breakfast champions, and then of course there's spaghetti for lunch, and then there's let's see here. You go to a pizza place at night for dinner with a crust that's made from wheat, and then they drink beer made from wheat. Okay, wheat all day, and this causes celiac disease. Celiac disease is kind of a focal area in the colon, okay, and lower small intestine, which is dying because of the gluten killing those villi in the intestines. They're losing 95% of the absorptive surface in the intestines, which causes many health problems, including the malabsorption of nutrients, but also causes other problems with vascular issues, lymphatic issues. We're talking about fluid issues, breathing, pressure on nerves, demyelinization, all this kind of stuff is going on. Okay, and so again, at 185 pounds, all the bad food's got to go. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, full dose training twice a day, 2 bottles a month of the MSM, 3 for breakfast, 3 for lunch, 3 for dinner time, 2 canisters a month of the collagen peptides, a scuba dive in the morning drink, scuba dive the evening drink. To also take 3 of the ultimate enzymes, call them the gallbladder in a bottle. 3 of the ultimate enzymes, say 5 or 10 minutes before each meal, a couple ounces of water to help with absorption. And then we need also the, I would go with the I-26, 3 servings a day of that, either the chewables or the pills or the powder, to help with the nerves going down into the intestines. Okay, and let's see here. Let's start there.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
All right, thank you, Ruth-Ellen. And Dr. Wallach, we're going to go right on to the next hand. And Susan, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. Personally, I'm doing really well. I appreciate all the things you've told me and taught me. And I'm doing my very best to take all of my supplements every single day. I don't fail.
Well, you have a beautiful smile. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm just delighted to talk to you today. I have a client that is 78 years old, and he had a heart issue in January, atrial fib, and they did some kind of electric shock on him at that point. They gave him Eliquis and pantobrazole drugs to take every day. And he did it for 3 months and he kept yelling at his doctor going, I don't want to take this stuff. I don't want it. He's on your supplements. He's 250 pounds. He lost 50 pounds since January. He's 6'2". What else can he do? He decided he was going to go off the Eliquis and the pantobrazole. He said, I don't want this stuff. I'm concerned his energy level is definitely lowered.
Okay,
Even
we only have a moment here. Does he have any diabetes or high blood pressure?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Well, when you have atrial fibrillation, it's an irregular heartbeat, okay? And
Yes.
doctors blame it on the heart. It's not a heart issue. It's osteoporosis of the skull squeezing the vagus nerve, the 10th cranial nerve, causing that issue. And they always want to treat the heart. They want to anesthetize the patient, cut them open, take the heart out, put a hot branding iron on them. It's called, what's it called? Okay.
Ablation?
No. Ablasia. Okay.
Ablation.
Yeah, it's one of the most, has the highest death rate of any medical treatment, ablation. Okay, so you don't want to go for that one. But this has to do with osteoporosis of the skull. Do we know how many times this guy wakes up at night to urinate? Does he complain about getting up at night to urinate?
I would say, I think he said twice.
Okay. And did he say that the doctors wanted to do something for his prostate gland, a biopsy or anything like that for his prostate gland?
No, he's refusing almost all medical drugs and stuff, and he's insisting that what you say is what he has to do. But
Okay.
I'm there's
Okay,
more.
well, let's finish up here then. Okay, none of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no barley, rye, oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet drinks got to go, no carbonated water. And then at 250 pounds, he almost needs 3 healthy brain and heart packs per month. But I'm not going to do that to him. Let's go with 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, full dose of everything twice a day. But I do want him to get 3 bottles a month of the MSM, so he can take 3 with breakfast, 3 with lunch, 3 with dinner time. I want him to also to get a scoop of the collagen peptides with his breakfast drink, his lunch drink, and his evening drink. We also want him to, excuse me, we also want him to get the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. I want him to take 3 of those at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. That's going to help blood flow into the heart and the brain and so forth. I also want him to have the Synaptive. He can take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. That's also going to help all the brain cells to work, even though they're being squeezed by osteoporosis of the skull. He also needs the I-26. I want him to have 3 doses a day of the I-26. It comes in the chewables, it comes in the capsules, it comes in the powder. But he needs the I-26. That's going to help his brain function better, his spinal cord function better. And at 6'2", 250, unless he's a bodybuilder, he could be 30 to 40 pounds overweight. Okay. And so I think when he starts taking all these nutrients, he's not going to be as hungry. He's not going to eat as much. If he wants to lose weight faster, he can have one of his meals. It's not a meal to be added to a meal, but a meal replacer if he wants to do this for a couple of weeks and see how it works. We do have the keto, K-E-T-O shakes. We have the chocolate and the strawberry. It's again, not to be added to a meal. It's a meal replacer, 1 meal a day. Doesn't have to be the same meal every day. And he'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. But if finances are an issue, that's not a priority here, because with all this stuff, he will actually begin to lose weight with all these nutrients coming in. And so keep us informed, because this is very dangerous when the doctors want to do these ablations. They want to treat the heart, okay, when it's really an osteoporosis of the skull issue, squeezing the vagus nerve, the 10th cranial nerve, okay?
I have one other question about him.
Sure.
He's very heavy. He's a trucker. He's also does lots of heavy physical work, and at 78. And he also works out 2 to 3 times a week, at about 45 minutes to an hour and a half. I noticed when he does that, he tells me his energy what's that? Oh, rebound. He takes rebound, about 3 of those a day.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I do that, and I weigh 142.
Okay, yeah, he's really on it. Whatever you say, he's going to do. But I was really concerned about, is that too much exercise for him at his stage? Is that okay? Do you think?
Well, see, it's not he doesn't have a heart issue.
Oh, doesn't have a heart issue. Okay. No, his blood pressure is really good.
Yeah, he doesn't have a heart issue. It's
Okay.
osteoporosis of the skull squeezing that nerve.
Thank you so much. I
It's like when
appreciate
you
it.
get, it's like when you get sciatica, okay? Is sciatica really a disease of the sciatic nerve in your upper legs? No. Sciatica is due to, you're either getting compression of your spinal cord in low back, or up here at the origin of the spinal cord, way up here where the skull is squeezing the spinal cord as the spinal cord is coming out. The spinal cord is formed in the brain, comes out of the back of the skull. You have osteoporosis of the skull, squeeze the spinal cord and cause you to urinate at night 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, it's called nocturia or polyuria. Okay, and that's because the skull is squeezing the spinal cord is telling the urinary bladder to urinate, and the doctors want to do biopsies in the prostate and all this kind of stuff. But that scenario occurs more frequently in women than it does in men, and women don't have prostate glands. So what is the doctor going to do?
Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. I appreciate you.
Okay, well, God bless you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Susan. Amazing coach, helping others. Thank you. Thank you. And Dr. Wallach, we have only about 2 more minutes. Do you have time for one more call? One more question.
Let's do a quickie.
All right. TC, go ahead and unmute yourself. Try again. TC, can you unmute yourself? There you go.
You got me? Can you hear me?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Doc, I'm the one I called you a couple weeks ago about the hernia. I'm 67, 150 pounds. You told me to take the 2 brain and heart packs. And I talked to my doctor. He mentioned about the fatty acids. He says fish oil is good, but you're thin. In your case, I wouldn't take it because it could cause bleeding. So I'm wondering, instead of the 2 packs, if I could cut down to the 1 pack. I know that wouldn't give me everything that I need, but.
Well, what can I say? This is a decision.
Here's the thing: is I every day I eat a quarter teaspoon of sunflower seeds and 12 cashews and an almond, and I tried eating fish every day, but when I got to the 6th day, I got a nosebleed. So that tells me that the too much fish oil would probably give me a nosebleed.
Possible.
I mean, it would give me bleeding,
Yeah, possible. Okay. So at any rate, yeah, try cutting it for a couple of weeks and see how you do. But
Okay.
did you for the hernia, did you get that pad and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I have hernia belts that I've had. I have 3 of them that I bought over the years, but none of them really hold it right because the flat pad pushes in flat against it rather than holding it up. And if I use my hand, it holds it, I hold it better with my hand.
Yeah, but it's hard to do all day when you're at work, especially when you're typing.
I'm semi-retired, so I'm like home, a lot.
Yeah. Okay, you keep us informed, will you?
Yeah, and also the collagen peptides, that's
The collagen peptides is collagen from fish, poultry, sheep, and beef, and it helps rebuild cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, including artery walls, vein walls, skin, tendons, ligaments, bone matrix, bone marrow. So it's very important.
and that's not the same as the fish oil.
No, there's no fish oils in there. There's no fish oils in there.
Longevity has the regular formula and also the hair, skin, and nail peptides. So which one did you want me to take?
I take both.
Okay. And also, in addition to that, you wanted me to take the ultimate hair, skin, and nail formula?
That's correct.
Okay.
I apologize, I gotta run.
Okay, I got that. Okay, that's what I needed to know.
Thank you, TC, and thank you, Dr. Wallach, for joining us one more time.
Thank you,
Have a
Becca.
great day, Doc. And everybody, thank you for joining us also here on Daily with Doc. If I could get my co-hosts on the screen with me, love to highlight them and just give them that special thanks for all that they do. We have Mr. Sportis, who is out in YouTube and Rumble and Facebook, keeping an eye on everything and helping keep that conversation going and answering questions as well. Thank you so much, Mr. AJ. And we have a Marilyn who is like Speedy Fingers. She is so blessed with the ability to do dictation and share in the chat for those of you who are on live with us in our Zoom room, the information that Dr. Wallach is sharing. And AJ's really good at copy paste. So he's taking some of that information and putting it into YouTube as well. See, I'm watching all these different moving parts. And to help me watch is the amazing Ruth-Ellen Sanchez, who is my executive production manager in helping me get this streamed to the different platforms. So folks, if you are watching us or watching one of our replays, let us know what your favorite platform is. And if you are on YouTube or Rumble or Facebook, make sure that you are following our page, our channel, whatever they call it. Make sure that you're following us so that as we go live, you get notifications, and then you can easily find us to share us with other people that you care about as well. So again, my name is Becca Dukes, and I am honored to be able to bring this program to you. And on behalf of Critical Health News and all the amazing people there and the Daily with Doc team, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Be blessed and know that you are worth the investment in making sure that your body is getting what it deserves, not just to survive, but actually thrive. Until next time, bye for now.